Hi dear students, good morning one and all. Myself Sononi, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Gokul Education Society's Arts, Commerce and Science College Jawar, Palghar. Dear friends, today in this lecture we are going to discuss the syllabus of SYBSC Chemistry Paper 2. But before this, I would like to welcome all the students who have passed their first year BSc and have taken admission in the second year BSc and selected chemistry as one of the major subjects. So I welcome all the students on behalf of Department of Chemistry of our college. Friends, in this lecture we are going to discuss the distribution of subjects, allocation of marks and the content of particular subject or the paper which is taken into consideration. Friends, in the SYBSC, just like the first year of the BSc, you will have 3 chemistry papers as well as 3 practical courses, because in the first year BSc you was having 2 theory papers and the 2 practical courses. Similarly, in the second year of the BSc, you will have 3 chemistry papers: chemistry 1, chemistry 2, chemistry 3, and respectively their practicals. If we will see the allocation of marks, if you remember about the first year BSc, then you was having 2 theory papers, and for the 2 theory papers definitely total allotted marks was 200, and for the practical each practical was carrying 50 marks. So there was only 100 marks for the practical papers. But in the second year BSc you are having 3 theory papers as chemistry paper 1, chemistry paper 2, chemistry paper 3 and their respective practicals. So you will have 300 marks for theory paper, so each theory paper will carry 100 marks, and 150 marks for practical, so each practical course will carry 50 marks. If we will discuss the syllabus of chemistry paper 2, because before discussing the syllabus I would like to tell you, as there are 3 chemistry papers in the SYBSc, but the chemistry paper 1 will be taken by Dr. Pawar sir, chemistry paper 2 will be taken by 3 teachers. Myself, I will take your chemistry paper 2, but in the chemistry paper 2 we will discuss only unit number 1 based upon the physical chemistry, and paper number 3 will be taken by Dr. Kirti Kulkarni. So in the paper number 2, chemistry paper number 2, we are 3 peoples that going to discuss the syllabus of this chemistry paper 2. Chemistry paper 2 contains 3 units. Unit number 1 based upon the physical chemistry, that will be taken by me. Unit number 2 based upon the inorganic chemistry, that will be taken by Bambre sir, and the chemistry unit number 3 in the chemistry paper 2 will be based upon the organic chemistry, that will be taken by Dr. Padekar sir. So friends, in the chemistry paper 2, as already I told you, there are 3 units, and unit number 1 is based upon the physical chemistry. So the first topic in the chemistry paper 2, unit number 1, is chemical kinetics. So this term is very familiar to you all, because in the FYBSc, in the first year of the BSc, in the first term we was having a chemical kinetics. So this chemical kinetics is again included in the second year BSc, and definitely the extended part of FYBSc is given in this topic in the second year, because in the first year we have studied the different terminology in the chemical kinetics. What is chemical kinetics? You know very well, as you all are very well known about this. Chemical kinetics, it is one of the branch of the physical chemistry which deals with the study of rate of chemical reaction and the factors affecting chemical reaction. So this is important term in the physical chemistry. So in this topic again we are going to discuss about the rate of reaction, factors affecting rate of reaction. In the SYBSC we have studied different terms like the order of reaction, molecularity of reaction. In the order of reaction we had studied the first order reaction, second order reaction, speed of molecular reaction. But in the SYBSC we are going to discuss the extended part of this chemical kinetics, and that's why it is given as the chemical kinetics 2. So in the SYBSC, in the chemical kinetics, which is included in the chemistry paper 2, we are going to discuss about the rate of reaction. But this rate of reaction that we are going to study, it is not for the simple reaction that we are going to discuss the rate of reaction. We are going to study the rate of reaction for the complex reaction. What is the complex reaction and the simple reaction? Definitely it is most important to understand. So in this chemical kinetics we are going to discuss about the complex reaction and not the simple reaction, because already we have studied the simple reaction or the rate of the simple reaction in the first year BSc. So definitely complex reaction, these are the reaction which contains more than 2 or 3 steps, or these are the reaction which is having order greater than 3. That's why these reactions are called like the complex reaction. Just like the FYBSC, as there we studied, the rate of any chemical reaction depends upon the various factors, and one of the factor is concentration of reactant. Rate law states that rate of any chemical reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of reactant. But in addition to the concentration of reactant, the another factors are also responsible for the rate of reaction, and one of the most important factor is temperature. So what is the temperature of the reaction? That temperature also decides the rate of reaction. So this is the factor that is included in the rate of reaction in terms of rate equation by the scientist called as the Arrhenius. So in this topic we are also going to discuss the contribution of temperature or the temperature dependence of rate of reaction by using the equation called as Arrhenius equation. Again, there are various theories which are responsible or which are able to explain the rate of different complex reaction or the chemical reaction. These are particularly called as collision theory and activated complex theory. There are some drawbacks or disadvantages of collision theory which has overcome by means of another theory called as activated complex theory. So in this topic, in order to explain the rate of chemical reaction, we are going to discuss both the theories, collision theory as well as activated complex theory, and definitely it will be more interesting to you all, because the recapitulation part of this topic is already included in the first year BSc, and definitely if you are having an idea or the basics of the chemical kinetics of the first year, then it will be more easy, it will be more interesting to study the chemical kinetics in the SYBSC in the chemistry paper 2 as chemical kinetics second. So this is the first topic that I am going to teach you in the chemistry paper 2 in unit number 1, chemical kinetics second. Next topic that is also we are going to discuss in the same unit number 1 in the chemistry paper 2, called as solutions. So whenever we are seeing the solution, definitely many terms came in front of us, or many terms that we are remembering. So how the solutions are prepared, you know very well that for the preparation of any type of the solution, we are requiring the two component. One component is called as solvent, another component is called as the solute. So definitely out of these two components, one is taken in the larger quantity, another one is taken in the smaller quantity. The component which is taken in the larger quantity, that we call it as the solvent, and the component in the preparation of solution is taken in the smaller quantity, that we call it as solute. So these are the two components. But again, there will be a various type of the solutions which can be prepared by using more than 2 or more than 3 components. So whenever you will mix this component, definitely it is possible that all the components are miscible with one another, or they will not be miscible. So based upon this, definitely they will show the different properties, different behavior, and definitely this type of the solution we are going to discuss in the second topic of the unit number 1 of chemistry paper 2, called as solution or entitled as solution. So in this case we are going to discuss about the types of solution, how they behave. On the basis of this, these are called as the ideal solution and non-ideal solution. Non-ideal solutions are also called like the real solution. So this classification is based upon whether the solution obeys Rawls law or not. If these are obeying a Rawls law, then the solutions are called as the ideal solution. Instead of this, if the solution do not obey Rawls law, then that solutions will be called as non-ideal solution or the real solution. Definitely most of the solution in the nature that we are using is real solution, means these are not obeying the Rawls law. So this is nothing but the important. Definitely ideal solutions obeying the Rawls law, while non-ideal solution do not obey the Rawls law, and that we call it as a deviation from Rawls law. So deviation of real solution from Rawls law. How they show the deviation from Rawls law? What is Rawls law? This is one of the important things, because unless and until you don't know the Rawls law, definitely we will not be able to define the ideal solution, or we will not able to identify ideal and non-ideal solution. So in this topic we are going to discuss about statement according to Rawls, called as Rawls law. Again we are going to discuss about the miscibility of liquids into one another. Either these are completely miscible or incompletely miscible. If these are the incompletely miscible, means it will be a partial miscible. So whenever these solutions are, or these liquid components are partial miscible, how they behave, that we are going to discuss in the partial miscibility of liquids. Again, if these are completely immiscible, then this is called as the immiscibility of liquid. Definitely there are many examples in the partial miscibility and immiscibility of liquid that we are going to discuss. And if the two solutions or the two liquids are completely immiscible, then definitely that technique is also used in one of the important actually use, that we call it solvent extraction. This solvent extraction contains two phases. One is the aqueous phase, another one is the organic phase, and definitely it is based upon one of the important law, or the principle of Nernst distribution law. So Nernst distribution law and its application in the field of solvent extraction is very important, that we are also going to discuss in the solution. So this is the two topics that I am going to teach you. Again I am going to repeat here, in the chemistry paper 2 unit number 1 I am going to teach you, and in the unit number 1 there are two topics. One is called like chemical kinetics and second one is solutions. So these two topics will be taken by me, that I will teach you. Again in the same chemistry paper 2 unit number 2 is based upon the inorganic chemistry. Definitely already I told you this topic will be taken by Bambre sir, and it is based upon the inorganic chemistry, entitled as selected topics on p block element. Definitely maybe the introduction of this topic will already given by that particular teacher, but again in short we will discuss about this. So in this topic we are going to you will discuss a p block element. There are different blocks of the element in the periodic table, called as S block, P block, D block, and the A block. Out of this you are going to discuss in this topic P block element and their particular topic based upon the P block. So here you are going to discuss the boron compounds. So how the boron compounds are formed, how they shows the behavior. The boron compound, generally these are the electron deficient compound, that's why these are called as the Lewis acid. These are called like the Lewis acid. So you are going to discuss about the electron deficiency of this compound. Again you are going to discuss the preparation, structure, and bonding in the boron compounds, particularly diboron compound B2S6. So this is the important diboron that we are going to discuss, that you will discuss here. Again how the borax or the boron compounds are synthesized, that is also going to that we will discuss in this topic. The second topic in the unit number 2 of the chemistry paper 2 of SYBSC in semester 3. It's called as chemistry of silicon and germanium. Chemistry of silicon and germanium. Again, it is very important. What is the chemistry of silicon and germanium? And these are the two important material in the field of semiconductor. If you are aware about this chemistry of germanium and the silicon, these are very important material in the field of semiconducting material. But in this topic, which is based upon inorganic chemistry, you will discuss the compounds containing silicon, their occurrence, how these are occurred in the nature, what will be the structure of silicon compounds, and their reactivity. These are generally inert, so they show the inertness, that is SiO2. Again, preparation and structure of SiCl4. So this is the important topics given to you for the study in the SYBSC under the chemistry of silicon and germanium. Again, you are going to discuss the third topic in the same unit called as chemistry of nitrogen family, because there are so many compounds present in the nature which are containing nitrogen, and definitely you are going to discuss in this topic the chemical reactivity of nitrogen family compounds, formation of hydrides, halides and oxides of nitrogen, how the hydrides, halides and the oxides of nitrogen can be formed, and what is their chemical reactivity. That all things you will study in this topic. Again, oxides of nitrogen is very important, their preparation, structure, and by using the nitrogen we are able to synthesize one of the important compound in the organic synthesis, or in the that is very important in the in the field of chemistry, in for the synthesis of many compound. That compound is called as ammonia. So this ammonia is synthesized by using the Bohr-Haber cycle, and actually that we are going to discuss in this topic, preparation of various oxides of nitrogen and their structures, as well as synthesis of ammonia. Unit number 3 in the chemistry paper 2 is, I think, already started by Dr. Parikar sir, and we have studied many topics in this topic, but the syllabus given under this unit number 3 based upon the organic chemistry called as carbonyl compounds. And this is carbonyl compound because carbonyl compound, these are the compounds containing carbonyl as a functional group. That's why these compounds are called like the carbonyl group. So it may be aldehyde, it may be ketone, it may be carboxylic acid, it may be ester, whatever it may be, but these compounds containing carbonyl group. Carbonyl in the sense C double bond O. This is the basic actually of the 11th and the 12th. The compound which are containing this group C double bond O group, these compounds are called as carbonyl compounds. And the unit number 3 contain the carbonyl compound, and in this unit you are going to discuss you will study the nomenclature of the carbonyl compound, how we can give name according to the IPSC nomenclature system to the carbonyl compound, what will be their structures and how these are prepared, and how they show the nucleophilic addition reaction, because carbon is electron deficient, it is containing unsaturation, so definitely the characteristic reaction will be shown by addition reaction, and as the carbon is electron deficient, so it will react with the nucleophile, so the characteristic reaction of the carbonyl compound will be nucleophilic addition reaction. Again, various reactions will be shown by carbonyl compounds like aldehydes and ketone, that you will study in this topic, that reactions of aldehydes and ketones. Again, there are some named reactions, the reactions shown by carbonyl compounds, particularly these are benzoin condensation reaction, Navier condensation reaction, Claisen-Smith reaction, and Cannizzaro reaction. These are very important these are the reactions shown by that is carbonyl compounds, particularly aldehydes and ketones. Again, keto form can be converted into enol form, so this is important. So this is called as the keto-enol interconversion, called as the tautomerism. And there are actually, this is one most important, active methylene group. Active methylene, this is the CH2 group. This is the CH2 group. So after the loss of hydrogen, the negative charge, if the negative charge is stabilized, then that group is called as the active methylene group. And if the CH2 group attached to the carbonyl group, or it is in conjugation with the carbonyl group, then that methyl group is called as the active methylene group. So definitely you will study all these things in the carbonyl compound in the unit number 3. If you want to download the syllabus of SYBSC chemistry of all papers, chemistry paper 1, chemistry paper 2 and chemistry paper 3, then you can visit this website on the portal of University of Mumbai. Sorry, here I have written semester 5, but this is not semester 5, actually it is semester 3, SYBSC. So this is the website to download the syllabus from the University of Mumbai website. I think there are some tricks or the tips from my side to you all in order to get more success and in order to get more marks in the SYBSC chemistry subject, not only in the chemistry paper 2, either in the chemistry paper 1, paper 2 or the paper 3, because chemistry paper 1 and chemistry paper 2, these are having the same structure in the sense chemistry in the both the papers will have the 3 units, and out of 3 units, unit number 1 is based upon physical chemistry, unit number 2 is based upon inorganic chemistry, and unit number 3 is based upon organic chemistry. So definitely for both the papers you will require the same efforts, you will require the same practice, and your chemistry paper 3 is based upon the analytical chemistry. So this is different as compared to the chemistry paper 1 and chemistry paper 2, because chemistry paper 3 is totally based upon the analytical chemistry. So instrumentation part is more in the chemistry paper number 3 as compared to the chemistry paper 2 and the chemistry paper number 1. So whenever you want to get a more success and more marks in the chemistry in the SYBSC, you will follow these things. If you follow these things, then definitely it will be more easy, it will be more interesting for you all to study this chemistry in the SYBSC, because this is the online mode of teaching that we are going to follow. This is the one way process. If you are having the doubts, you can communicate these doubts, you can ask these doubts, definitely we will try to solve this. So I will ask you all that you should take out your own notes from the material that we are providing you. Definitely at the end of each topic, at the end of each lecture, we are going to provide some material to you. But again, I will request you all that you should take out your own notes as per your understanding, and definitely it will be more beneficial for you, because if you will take out notes as per your understanding, then it will be more easy to understand from your side. Again, read the same topic, whatever topic that we are going to cover in the lecture, that we are going to conduct in the lecture with the online teaching mode. I will request you all to read the same topic from the textbook which are available in our library. So I will request all the students of SYBSC chemistry either to purchase the books or to issue the books from library and read the same topic that we are going to cover, that we are going to conduct in the lecture from the textbook also. So it will be more beneficial, because once you will read the same topic from the textbook, definitely you will be able to compare the topic that we are covered here and the things that is given in the textbook, and at the same time, by reading the same topic from the textbook, you will not miss the marks in the MCQ or match the columns or fill in the blanks. So these are the again important things. Again, I will request all the students to practice by writing some derivations again and again on the rough paper, because already I told you unit number 1 in both the papers, paper number 1 and paper number 2 is based upon the physical chemistry, as well as unit number 3 is based upon the organic chemistry. So in both these units you will require the practice, because for the derivation, for the expression which is contained in the mathematical part, if you will practice again and again, definitely just practice makes man perfect. You will not lose any step while writing the derivations in the exam, and definitely you will be able to complete that answer within the time. At the same time, organic chemistry is quite volatile chemistry, so if you practice that structure by writing again and again on the rough paper, definitely it will be very easy for you to to remember that structure while writing in the exam. So again, I request you to practice more times again and again on the rough paper, either for the derivations based upon the physical chemistry, or the organic structures based upon the organic chemistry in the unit number 3. Again, we are going to conduct some quizzes at the end of topic, at the end of week, or at the end of particular assigned lectures. So I request all the students to attempt all these quizzes and try to know your score in that quizzes. So you will come to that where we are losing our score and where we are able to get more marks. Again, we are going to conduct some assignments at the end of each unit. So I request you all the students to solve these assignments and submit to the respective teacher, and try to take that assignment from that particular teacher, so that you will be able to know what are the mistakes in that assignments or quizzes, and you will not repeat the same mistake again in the future. So definitely it will be very easy to avoid mistakes in the future, so that will be beneficial for you all to score more mark in the SYBSC. I request all the students not to take the burden of the chemistry in the SYBSC. Take it as that is nothing but your daily routine. In the sense, I just want to request you. It is just the subjects like the FYBSC, because the whatever topic that we had studied in the FYBSC, similar topics are given in the SYBSC. So it is not too much different from the FYBSC, and it is not too much difficult also. So definitely, if you follow these tricks, if you follow these tips, it will be more easy and interesting for you all. So thank you, friends. We will resume in the next video. In the next video, by starting our actual teaching with the unit number 1 of chemistry paper 2, based upon the physical chemistry as chemical kinetics 2 and solution. Thank you very much.